What is Thai exam?
Thai exam is the test of interactive English. So at NED we use the Thai exam for our beginner to pre-intermediate students.
Why should I take Thai?
I mean, the big thing really is the visa. You know, the immigration will ask for evidence of an exam taken when you go to renew your visa. So if you don't have that, there is the possibility that you could be denied a renewal. Also, because the exam is part of our course here at NED, we tell students in advance of the start of their course. If they don't complete the exam, it means you haven't sufficiently done everything required to complete the course. So you may not receive your end of course certificate.
Who can take Thai exam?
So when you study here at NED, about perhaps 2 or 3 months before you finish your course, we in the administration office, we will send you an email letting you know that you need to come to the office. So in the exam, students are required to prepare 3 different things. So the first is your investigation. Really, it's a project. You write 2 or 3 pages in your own words about something that you're interested in. And it can be anything you like. It can be something about Ireland, like Dulcie has done, or something about your own country. It can be any topic. Sports, politics, celebrities, culture, your favorite film, anything you like. The examiners as well, they also really like to see some pictures in your investigation. So photographs or pictures are always really good, because if you get stuck in the exam, if you don't know what to say, like Dulcie said, the examiners are always really friendly and they like to help you. So if you get stuck, they'll ask you to describe the picture, or they'll ask you questions about the picture just to help you.
I prepare my investigation before. My teacher always helps me if I have questions. She always help me.
A graded reader like this book. So this book is specifically for learners of English. This is an elementary level book. So when I tell students they have to read a book, they get very scared and they think they need a really big book, you know, Russian literature or something like that. Exactly. But it doesn't need to be at all. It can be a book that is specifically geared and that the language is simplified to English learners. Or it can be a novel, either if you have a higher level, or you have a novel that you really enjoy, then you can use that in the exam as well.
And then what you have to do to prove that you read the book? You have to write about the book and...
Exactly. So like Dulcie has here, you collate all of your material together. Your news story, your investigation, some written notes about the book, about the story of the book, the characters, if you liked the book or not, the ending of the book, if you would change it or you think it was perfect the way it was. And you put all that material together in a notebook or in a folder, and you bring that work with you to the exam. And then in your exam, there are 2 different parts. There will be like a 15-minute conversation, kind of like this. There will be 1 examiner and 2 different students. And the examiner will start asking you some general questions like, you know, tell me about your country, your family, your hobbies, what you like. And then the examiner will ask you about maybe your investigation or news story or your book. And they will be kind of general questions like, who is your favorite character in the book and why? Or why did you choose this news story? Or what did you learn in your investigation? And the speaking test is maybe 15 minutes. So that would be maybe about 7 minutes for each student. And then you have a 1-hour written exam. So you have 2 different questions. The first question will be on the material you prepared. Again, similar kind of questions.
Very personal.
Yeah, about the material you did, so what you learned or what you liked about your book or your investigation. And the second question will be something unprepared. But those unprepared tasks, they will be similar to things you do in your course book in your class.
Tell me, what did you feel about doing the exam?
In the beginning, I started quite nervous, but after I start relax and I start to talk, and that's it. And
do you feel now?
really easy.
How do you feel now? Do you feel better prepared for the next time you have to take another exam?
Oh yes, because now I have experience and I know the question, the points important. I think after
The certificate gives you your speaking score and your written score. So it's a really good indicator of perhaps what your strengths are and maybe what you need to improve a little bit more. So this student got a B2, which is an upper intermediate in her speaking, and an A2, which would be like a pre-intermediate in her written exam. So there, that student has great confirmation of her really strong speaking skills and knows that in her new course, perhaps she needs to practice a little bit more with the writing.
just preparing and reading because the test is really easy. Don't feel nervous and it's okay.
I would say, like Dulcie has said, a lot of students remark that the examiners are really lovely, they're really friendly, they put you at ease, they want you to do well. So try not to be nervous. That's hard. Everyone is nervous no matter what kind of exam they do. But try and relax. Know that you've prepared. You know what you need to talk about. So just take it easy. Enjoy telling the examiner about the things that interest you, and best of luck.